Y'all asking who my mama is when y'all probably only know us from her most popular video. One of her most popular videos.
This all you do is be on Snapchat court ass. Yeah, I'm gonna call you though. I'm not gonna take a bath. I'm about to call you right back. And I got shit. I'm gonna call you right back. Alright, I'm gonna call you. God damn, shit, talk to you that. Talking bitch. Get out my mouth, Katie.
Oh, you an ass thing. That's why she gotta go take a bath.
My mama been using us for content as a way to make money, as a way out for the longest. For the motherfucking longest. But this gonna be the story time about how my mama pulled a motherfucking gun on me and pointed that bitch in my head. I'm not denying it at this point. I was a sneaky little motherfucker. When you strict as fuck and you don't allow your child to be comfortable with you, of course they gonna hide shit from you. My mama could never say she knew me. She only knew the version of me that I showed her. And another disclaimer, my mom let me know on multiple occasions she had no issue taking my life. And bitch, if you ever hit me, and I'ma shoot you. And she just always fantasized about situations where she could take my life. Something fucking wrong with her. It was like my mom found excitement in punishing me. Like, yes, this bitch finally did something bad. I got an excuse to be evil. But this particular time, a bitch wasn't being evil. When I say I was being sneaky, I kept little shit from my mama. I wasn't trying to fucking rob banks and go sell drugs and hop out the windows to go fuck or none of that. And even if I was, she created the motherfucking monster. That's the monster she created. It was like my mama hated it when I became friends with boys. She didn't give a fuck if they was gay, straight, but especially when they were straight, she would always like accuse me of trying to sneak and do stuff with them and just all types of fucked up ass shit. We had visited my hometown. We was driving back to Georgia. While we were in my hometown, I was at my cousin Mary's house and we was over there smoking. While we was over there, I was texting a friend of mine trying to tell him to try to come and smoke with us, but he wasn't gonna be able to make it. My mama was controlling, so she always took my phone at random moments because she always felt like she was gonna catch me doing something. So as we're about like 20 minutes from the house, driving from Florida back to Georgia, I'm scrolling on my phone on the passenger side. I had deleted our earlier text thread about us smoking, just in case my mom took my phone and read our messages and saw. This motherfucker, we was texting again. But it was like, was picking up from where the fuck we left off. So it looked like I was deleting messages. Which I was, but not in the way that she thinks. Mind y'all, when my mama makes some shit up in her mind, that's what it is. So my mama assumed that because the messages was gone, that we was talking about fucking, and she was talking about, yeah, you was trying to fuck, and you was trying to suck dick, and she was like going in. She mushing me in my face. She not listening as I'm trying to explain. She hitting me in the face with my phone. Bitch, I snapped. I just snapped. I started screaming and I just started punching the motherfucking airbag. She pulled her gun out her purse and she pointed at my head and said, bitch, I'll kill you. And I said, you going to jail. Do it, you going to jail. Do it, you going to jail. I was ready to die that night. She never did it no more. I don't think she ever reached for her gun no more after that. Because she knew she wasn't going to do it. Baby, you got other kids to live for, and if you want to see them grow up, you're going to move smart. I started to see through all her tactics at this point. It was all the bullying, all the slick comments, nothing was working on me no more. You could do whatever you wanted to do. I was on that with you. Bitch, my mama treated me like a bitch in the streets. My mama treated me like a bitch in the streets. She'll raise her hand up to me before she'll raise her hand up to a bitch in the streets, bro. My auntie Shannon looked my mama in her eyes and said I would have beat your ass. And my mama stood right there and cried. But my mama full-fledged fought me. I'm telling my story because it didn't end with me. I got 3 younger siblings that's being exploited right now. And it took for me to get the fuck away for me to realize that's what the fuck it was. It was exploitation. We didn't see a dime of the money from the content that we was making. All the intimate moments meant for family, the private moments that's meant for self, it's all broadcasted and uploaded on live, on Facebook Live. I will never forget my 15th birthday. She cussed me the fuck out because I told her I didn't want an ice cream cake that year. It started with the cake. I told my mama I don't want an ice cream cake this year. My mama got ice cream cake every year because she liked ice cream cake and she assumed that her kids like ice cream cake. So when I tell her I didn't want an ice cream cake, she get the, well, when you thought like an ice cream cake, you always got, and da-da-da-da-da. Never liked ice cream cake. I always hated it. So basically she tell me I need to order my own cake or whatever. Okay, I'm like, okay. It slipped my mind. She on live, she decides she want to say something about the cake. Well, you need to order your cake since you don't want no ice cream cake, da-da-da-da-da. And she get to going off on the live, and you using that phone for other shit, trying to embarrass me because I took the time to order my cake. Okay, cool. That was nothing. I figure out where I want to eat at, figure out who I'm inviting, and I invite them, and we go get them, and it is what it is. My mama was so worried about what people had to say, she refused to let me dress myself. She bought me this baggy-ass outfit. She knew this outfit wasn't my size. She was trying to be funny, bro. That shit was so big. She was trying so hard to mold me into her image. And when I went against it, it was like she hated me for it. But while we at my birthday dinner, it's me, my little auntie, my big auntie, and two of my closest friends at the time. My cousin, she was acting up. So my mama and my auntie was discussing my cousin coming to my mama house for the summer. I had asked my mama like a couple months prior if my best friend could come up for the summer. She said she'll see. So as they talking about my cousin, the bad behavior or whatever, and her coming to Atlanta, I asked my mama like, oh, okay, like, is my best friend still gonna be able to come? I already told you he can't motherfucking come to my house till you learn how to clean up. Mind you, in the middle of the restaurant. She get to yelling, cussing me out, all types of bitches, huffing and puffing, because I asked, could my best friend come up for the summer? Mind you, this is on live. Her excuse was, I'm tired of that bitch. That's what she told my auntie. I'm tired of that bitch. The more I go over everything for you, I'm starting to realize I suppressed a lot. And I don't have love for my mama. My eyes have opened. I can't continue giving sympathy where sympathy was not given to me. I cannot continue giving grace. But I can't allow myself to get worked up either, because that's how I block my own blessings. I didn't even get to light the candles on my cake and make a wish on my birthday because she made it about her in some way, shape, or form. I ain't with the ice cream cake. She found a way to act out on the day that was about me. She did that a couple of times. I remember one of my birthdays, she ran outside naked. She ran outside butt-ass naked in front of everybody. If you went on my mama's page, you would have thought she had 3 kids. You wouldn't have thought I was my mama's first child. Do you know my mama set up savings accounts for my siblings, but not for me? So when they turn 18, they get their money, right? I don't want to hear no excuses either, because my auntie Teresa added me as an authorized user to her credit card and helped me build my credit. So I know it was nothing for you to make a savings account and set your oldest child up just as you set your youngest ones up too. My mama is a fucking liar and a walking contradiction. She do not treat all her kids the same. She do not love all her kids the same. She's lying. People want me to go more into detail as to why I don't fuck with my daddy's side for real. I don't really feel like my daddy's side aided to no traumas. I just feel like they was always weird and iffy when it came to me, because my mother wasn't the type of girl that they wanted from my dad. My dad's side was supposed to be full of conservative, God-fearing Christians. And my mama was ghetto and raunchy. So no, that wasn't the girl that they saw for my dad. I don't feel like they did everything in their power to make me feel included as family. This is just my experience, not necessarily to personally attack anybody, but I feel like more could have been done. Especially with us living the first 9 years of my life in my hometown, a lot more could have been done to make sure that I was there for, a lot of holidays and making a lot of first memories with y'all. I lived with my auntie Shanika for a bit, and that was like my first taste of structure. Auntie still whooped my ass, but she didn't just beat the fuck out of me, okay? She tried to talk to me. My auntie was stern. She disciplined me. Like one time I was acting up in class, she popped me on the hand with a ruler. That's reasonable. That was a reasonable punishment. I want people to understand that how you are treated as a child sticks. My dad's side never really did nothing to make me feel like they hated me, but I don't feel like they never really did anything to show me that they love me to death either. I don't feel like family should be lukewarm with anything, with love, support, acceptance. I don't feel like it should be half-assed. I don't feel like it should be, oh, well, I don't know, and I need you to show up in every way possible. It's too late now, so it's like when they try now, it's like I see your efforts, and I appreciate you so much, but that you beating a dead horse. On my mom's side, I had a lot of girl cousins. On my dad's side, I had a lot of boy cousins. So I had feminine ways. Before a nigga even knew what gay was, I was getting picked on for doing shit that girls do. being called a snitch, getting antagonized and picked on. It was like, I remember that shit. I don't mean to hold it against you as you know, as we, because we adults now, but I remember that shit, your little weird ass. Why was you being weird? That shit traumatized me. Now I try my hardest to be the nice older cousin that all the kids love. Because my older cousins, they was kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was like, what will make you single me out and treat me like this? Because you were like, I should be here or something. Like, what is it? This is what I mean by my family would do like little weird shit. I was living with my auntie Shanika for a time being right, and I think I had gotten in trouble at school. Why the whole family got together to celebrate my cousin's birthday and left me at home by myself? The bullying was so bad at home that when this little girl started bullying me at school, I took a knife to school and I was gonna hurt that girl. If a teacher never went through my backpack and asked me why did I have a knife in there, I would have did something to that little girl because of what I was facing at home. I think that time CPS ended up getting my auntie business, but they ended up moving on. So I had started crying, basically explaining like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I don't want to get in trouble. And CPS was about to get in my auntie Shanika business again. And she basically ended up sending me back with my mama. And after that, for damn near, I don't know how long, I didn't hear shit from my dad's side of the family. I ain't hear from or about my dad's side of the family until we got taken from CPS again. My grandma looked my mama in her eyes and told my mama that she hated my mama for having me and naming me after my daddy. And it's just, my mama will always tell me about them and that I would see for myself and see on my own. Sometimes it just be like little shit that you can't skip past, because little shit build up over time and cause abruptions. Now my dad himself, we actually have our relationship. We're working on relationship actively. But my dad's side of the family, not so much. I'm only giving my dad a chance because he been gone my whole life. He's only been free from prison for, I don't even think, a full year yet. Nah, actually, it has been a full year by now. But let's talk about the real, because I got high and I'm just like, I get extra intellectual. Well, I feel like if I was straight, I would have been a victim of emotional incest. Like, I think that's why my mama was fixated on the ideation of me being like the man of the house and her being so like kind of ashamed of me and my sexuality. Like, she would try to install fear in me and give fear-based punishments instead of just trying to like guide or discipline me. And if you listen to my story, you will slowly see this is how some mothers who hold resentment towards their daughters treat their oldest daughter. Because my mama felt like being cold and giving like tough love was gonna make me a man, but it's more to being a man. Men can be sensitive, men can be emotional, men can be whatever they want to be. But sometimes little black boys aren't given that luxury at all. I feel like if I was a straight male who didn't want to conform to the idealizations of what his mother deemed a man, the need to embarrass, belittle, and destroy my character probably would have been just as bad as it's been. My mom and dad were like childhood crushes. They were like, I guess, childhood sweethearts in some way. With the trauma that my mama went through as a child, it's safe to say that any good relationships that she had with anybody, or at least remember, it probably like really stuck with her. So to rekindle that with the same person years later, she probably felt like, oh yeah, like this is destiny. Then the condom ended up popping or breaking and she ended up getting pregnant. When I was first born, my dad didn't think I was his because of my skin tone, because my dad is really dark. And I guess I came out a little bright, but they ended up doing a DNA test and everything came back, and yeah, that's my dad. I think I was out of 3 to 6 months when my dad went to prison. I think my dad only held me and seen me like a couple times because my dad had 3 older kids of his own with another woman. Mind you, my mama had already named me after my daddy without having a relationship with him. My daddy was already telling her the whole pregnancy, like, he don't think it's his, and they gotta get the DNA test. They wasn't together like some happy married couple her whole 9 months throughout the pregnancy. My mama was selling drugs, chasing after cars barefoot, like doing whatever. We end up only getting an apartment when my mama had me. We didn't have no furniture. We were sleeping on the floor. I think my mama got a baby picture of that somewhere. But I feel like my mom, in her mind, felt like she had to like honor my father in some way. I don't know what made her go with naming me after my dad while not being with him, but that's the name that she went with. My dad was like known in the streets. My dad was known in the streets. So, and my mama was known in the streets. So I feel like my mama wanted a hard-bodied youngin' who was just gonna be on that, and she got a fairy. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely tougher than most, I guess, typical twinks. But black people don't care what you is. All that shit is gay shit to them. They don't give a fuck. I had first came out as bisexual. They didn't give a fuck. Because I had feminine ways as a child. Oh, that boy gonna be a sissy. That boy gonna be a sissy. And my mama will admit that people saying stuff is what caused her. Man, a bitch wouldn't been able to tell me nothing about my motherfucking child. She'll admit it was embarrassing and sometimes she had to get on my ass, as she would put it. But I was a little ass child. I'm like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they, oh, this boy gonna be a sissy. He cry too much, da-da-da-da-da. You need to get on him. He act like a girl, blah, 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 blah. I feel like part of her was shamed. I don't give a fuck nobody will ever be able to convince me otherwise. I feel like part of her was shame. That's why she's so comfortable saying fuck me. That's why it's so easy for her to say fuck me. I ain't really give a fuck about you anyways. That's what I be getting from like the reaction my mama be giving me to everything that I do. So sometimes I sit back and I truly think like, damn, even if I was a straight male, my mama still batshit fucking crazy. And I probably wouldn't have been on none of the bullshit that she was on. I done overanalyzed everything. I done trying to come up with every solution. Like, people don't understand what this shit do to a motherfucking mind. I remember how I was telling y'all about the second time my mama put me out. She went live and she ran up on me trying to fight me. I'm finna put the clip right here.
Me gotta, but no, and then put his hand up when I'm trying to talk. Put his hand up like he blind. I don't give a damn. I'll slide you. Don't hit me. You get sick with me. What's good, bitch? Let's go, you wanna fight? What's good? What's good? Get that bitch out of here, PJ. Get that bitch up out of here. Come on. Slide. I don't give a fuck. You alright if I wanna slide you. Get him up out of here. You need a man to whoop your ass. Bye. Do something about it. And you coming off my life insurance, bitch. And you coming off all my stuff. I'm gonna show you. You ain't getting shit when I die. Bitch, you ain't getting nothing. You walk here. Bye. Get out of here. Get him out of here, PJ. Get him up out of here. You gotta carry his ass up out of here. You told me, I hope you got AIDS. You gonna make me hate you. Bitch,
So my mama could post whatever. My mama could say whatever. Just how I told y'all, everything is on the internet. Everything is on the internet. She could try to lie. She could try to do whatever. Everything is on the internet. All of it's on the internet. I don't got to lie. I can't lie. Somebody will be able to pull up where I'm lying. It's people literally saying, I remember this. I know exactly what he's talking about. Stop playing with me. This is going to be the story time of how my own mom sexually assaulted me. Disclaimer, I could talk about all of this with a straight face and have none of it really like get me emotional because I'm all of this trauma has turned me into an overanalyzer. Like, I try to come up with a logical based solution for everything that happened to me. Everything that's ever happened to me, I try to think of a logic based solution as to why I deserved it, or try to like make it acceptable in some way. Like, I've already went through this shit on my own. I done went through this shit on my own. I'm so scared to go to therapy because I feel like they ain't gonna be able to help. I'm still gonna go, but I feel like I'm gonna need a team of motherfucking therapists because I'm very self-aware. I'm able to analyze a lot. The reason I'm such an intellectual, my hurt made me an intellectual. I only got academic praise. When I got all A's and B's and good grades, that's the only time I got good praise. I was able to get good grades, to go to 16 different schools and not manage to never fail any grade because I always got praise for my grades. But I always had bad behavior. I was missing some type of nurturing, some type of caring. This happened when I was 11 years old. Living in Austell, Georgia on Six Flags. The apartments we were staying at the time was Magnolia Apartments. This is where a lot of the bullshit. My mother had somebody staying with her. I always had people in and out her house living with us and giving them my room and shit like that. But this one specific lady, she had living with her, had a daughter, and me and the daughter were around the same age. The daughter and I were both on the computer, right? Early 2010s, which is like predominantly where I grew up. Like a lot of new stuff was being introduced. So parodies, new artists, like this is when I was able to like discover stuff on my own and get access to the internet. I really liked I think it was Fancy by fucking Iggy Azalea, right? So I was playing it on the YouTube video and I was like singing along to it and my mom asked me, she's like, "Oh, who playing that? Who's playing that?" My mama hated when I did anything remotely feminine, anything she deemed gay, girly, anything. She hated it. I always got in trouble for it. I always got berated for it, embarrassed, joked, all. So I lied to her and I said that the girl was playing the song. So she told the little girl to come here. She asked the little girl and the little girl was like, "No, he was playing the song." After that, my mama starts beating the fuck out of me. And as she's beating me, she shoves her finger inside of me, screaming, "Oh, this what you want? You want D in your A," and call me a B word. She was about to grab the broom, and I tried to stick the broom inside of me, but her boyfriend at the time grabbed her and told her to stop. I remember her having to wash the fecal matter off of her finger and everything. When I first came out about this, my mama had her followers come attack me, had everybody calling me a liar. She went and got a lie detector test, and she failed her lie detector test. And she had an excuse as to why she failed her lie detector test. I went and paid $450 at 17 years old, drove damn near 45 minutes to go take a lie detector test, and I passed. I passed. I still got the email and the screenshot. I'm gonna put that shit right here. Hold on. You get in trouble for showing y'all this, but I crossed out the place that I got my polygraph done. My uncle signed this contract as a witness, and his girlfriend did. Read all these questions and see that I answered no. Are you lying about your mother ever forcibly penetrating your anus with her finger? I say no. The numerical analysis of polygraph tests was conducted using a 7-position scoring scale. The analyst resulted in conclusion of no deception indicated when Mr. Dasher was answering above listed questions. My story has never changed. I've been seeing this over and over and over and over again. She been trying to convince people I'm a liar. Oh my God. Up to the narcissist to get proven to be lying and still say that the victim is lying. Okay. This is going to be the story time of how my own mom sexually assaulted me. Disclaimer. I could talk about all of this with a straight face and have none of it really like get me emotional. Because I'm an over this, all of this trauma has turned me into an overanalyzer. Like, I try to come up with a logical based solution for everything that happened to me. Everything that's ever happened to me, I try to think of a logic based solution as to why I deserved it, or try to like make it acceptable in some way. Like, I've already went through this shit on my own. I done went through this shit on my own. I'm so scared to go to therapy because I feel like they ain't gonna be able to help. I'm still gonna go, but I feel like I'm gonna need a team of motherfucking therapists because I'm very self-aware. I'm able to analyze a lot. The reason I'm such an intellectual, my hurt made me an intellectual. I only got academic praise. When I got all A's and B's and good grades, that's the only time I got good praise. I was able to get good grades, to go to 16 different schools, and not managed to never fail any grade because I always got praise for my grades. But I always had bad behavior. I was missing some type of nurturing, some type of caring. This happened when I was 11 years old. I was living in Austell, Georgia on Six Flags. The apartments we were staying at the time was Magnolia Apartments. This is where a lot of the bullshit. My mother had somebody staying with her. Mama always had people in and out her house living with us and giving them my room and shit like that. But this one specific lady, she had living with her, had a daughter, and me and the daughter were around the same age. The daughter and I were both on the computer, right? Early 2010s, which is like predominantly where I grew up. Like a lot of new stuff was being introduced. So parodies, new artists, like this is when I was able to like discover stuff on my own and get access to the internet. I really liked I think it was Fancy by fucking Iggy Azalea, right? So I was playing it on the YouTube video and I was like singing along to it And my mom asked me, she's like, oh, who playing that? Who's playing that? My mama hated when I did anything remotely feminine, anything she deemed gay, girly, anything. She hated it. I always got in trouble for it. I always got berated for it, embarrassed, joked, all. So I lied to her, and I said that the girl was playing the song. So she told the little girl to come here. She asked the little girl, and the little girl was like, no, he was playing the song. After that, my mama starts beating the fuck out of me. And as she's beating me, she shoves her finger inside of me, screaming, oh, this what you want? You want D in your A, and call me a B word. She was about to grab the broom, and I tried to stick the broom inside of me, but her boyfriend at the time grabbed her and told her to stop. I remember her having to wash the fecal matter off of her finger and everything. When I first came out about this, my mama had her followers come attack me, had everybody calling me a liar. She went and got a lie detector test, and she failed her lie detector test. And she had an excuse as to why she failed her lie detector test. I went and paid $450 at 17 years old, drove damn near 45 minutes to go take a lie detector test, and I passed. I still got the email and the screenshot. I'm gonna put that shit right here. Hold on. You get in trouble for showing y'all this, but I crossed out the place that I got my polygraph done. My uncle signed this contract as a witness, and his girlfriend did. You read all these questions and see that I answered no. Are you lying about your mother ever forcibly penetrating your anus with her finger? I say no. The numerical analysis of polygraph tests was conducted using a 7-position scoring scale. The analyst resulted in conclusion of no deception indicated when Mr. Dasher was answering above listed questions. My story has never changed. I've been seeing this over and over and over and over again. She been trying to convince people I'm a liar. Oh my God. Up to the narcissist to get proven to be lying and still say that the victim is lying. Okay. I want everybody to notice that throughout all of this, my mama is never going to take accountability in the slightest or admit that there was a possibility that she could have fucked up as a mother. She's just going to be fixated on how it wasn't that bad and he's forgetting this and he did this too and he da-da-da-da-da, trying to make me look bad, trying to sell y'all some type of story. I don't have to sell y'all no story. Y'all could choose to believe, choose not to believe, but I'm just so real. It's like, how could you question it? I let y'all know my wrongs, and y'all still let me know that my mama was dead ass motherfucking wrong. I could sit here and make a video of everything wrong I did as a child, bitch. I set her room on fire, fucking playing with the fucking lighter. Bitch, I done did all types of shit. I stole from my mama. Girl took money out of her purse, took it to school. I did all types of shit. I wasn't the best big brother, bitch. I used to do I was the only child for 6 years. When my little brothers came into the picture, that's when my mama gave me up to my auntie Shanika. She kept my little brothers but gave me up, bitch, after having me for 6 years. So when she brought me back, I didn't know how to be no fucking big brother. My older cousins had just spent so much time bullying me. My older cousins has just spent so much time bullying motherfucking me. So, bitch, the only thing that I knew how to do was be motherfucking me. I had to learn how to be a big brother, a good big brother. I did some fucked up shit in the early days of being a big brother. I did some evil, conniving shit. The only difference between me and my mama is I have no issue talking about the wrong that I did because I was a motherfucking child. I was a child. I don't get what everybody's trying to, like, fixate and jump through loopholes. Yes, I told my story before, and me and my mom decided that we were gonna work on our relationship. But working on our relationship was just another way for her to feed me bullshit and me sit in my silence while she gets to control the narrative. Fuck her and that narrative she wants to give y'all. She's not real. She could be real. She's a real fucked up person. But I'm authentic. I'm authentically me through and through. I don't have to get up here and fake no image. I got up here and let y'all know exactly what the fuck it is. I always let y'all know what the fuck it was. People follow me not because of my mama drama. I got 1.1 million followers on 2 pages off the strength of me, not even mentioning my trauma. I built my platform up enough to share my story with the world. Now this shit finna go in other areas, bitch. Now I'm finna take off. That's why motherfuckers mad. I'm finna take off. I'm making money from my trauma. It was perfectly fine when she was doing. When I was staying silent and we was working on our relationship, she didn't mind me not speaking on these things. She didn't mind me staying silent. The moment I speak my truth on my platform, she got to speak on her truth on her platform with no issues, no rebuttals. But that's because the people before her didn't have social media. She created the monster that's here dealing with her today. So the longer you exploit my siblings for your monetary gain and at the cost of their embarrassment, I'm going to continue to stay on your ass. I'm going to stay on your ass. After all the years of turmoil, all the years of belittlement, all the years of pain, suffering. Yeah, I need my reparations, boo. This is my payback. Payback. And it's deserved. It's fucking deserved. And it's not even from a place of revenge. It's from a place of vindication. I can't allow you to play with me. I can't allow you to make me think it's all good when it's not. I'm broke as fuck. I told y'all I was broke as fuck. I'm broke as fuck. Every view y'all have been giving me is monetized. Every single last one. I don't have a dime to my name. But instead of getting up here telling a sob story, asking people for their hard-earned money, I got up here and told my life story and got paid for it. I don't think that's wrong. I don't think it's wrong at all. Because when I was sitting in silence, I wasn't benefiting from nothing. I wasn't benefiting from it. And when all the times that I was embarrassed, there was profit made. So yes, I'm getting paid to talk about my life. I'm getting paid to be me. What? I don't know what you thought I was gonna be shamed? Yes, I'm broke as fuck. And I'm on here telling my life story for money. Boo. Boost the videos. Every view, I get paid. That still don't change the fact that my story moved somebody. And my story helped somebody. And my story reached somebody. I inspired somebody to tell theirs. I've managed to touch so many people. I'm going to build a community for myself to where I never have to need none of the narcissistic, homophobic, weird-ass people in my life. I don't think I'm wrong for profiting off my pain and using it to change my life. Stay tuned, stay mad. The people who know me in real life know that this isn't just about money. Like, that this is some shit that I've been facing on my own for a year. I've had this conversation with everybody I consider a close friend. So anybody that know me personally, they know for a fact, like, this ain't just about no dollar. I've been telling my story. Y'all just now catching on. If you scroll back, search up on YouTube, Latrice Allen and Killer Kens. It's videos from 3 years ago of me telling y'all. I keep telling y'all, everything is on the internet. Everything is on the internet. All of this is on the internet. People have been profiting off of my trauma. Boo, it's my turn. It's my turn, boo. It's my turn. Bitch, I feel like, look, baby, it's my turn. I've been telling my story for the past 3 years. Search up on YouTube, Killer Ken's mama. This is videos from 2023 on here, 2021. I been telling my story, y'all. And it's never changed. When I say everything is on the internet, literally everything is on the internet. This is no fucking joke. No joke at all.